Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I will be doing another episode recap for today's Days of Our Lives, October 29, 2024. So I do apologize for yesterday. I could not get access to yesterday's episode, so please bear with me. So let us jump into today's episode, right? So let's start off with Steve and Marlene, all right? So Steve is just coming back from Paris, and he fills in Marlene on the fact that, they found the culprits. They found Mark Green. They found fake Abigail, and she asked how Chad is doing, how he's holding up, how he's coping. So he said that he didn't really say much on their journey home, but he definitely is hurting from what's happening, and she just feels bad for him and their family. So anyways, he did say there's a silver lining, because turns out the lady is named after Katerina. So, of course, Marlene remembers that name because John is actually on a trip to Greece to, atone for what happened with Katerina's daughter. So, they found the missing piece, and turns out John didn't murder Constantine's daughter. So, she's pretty much alive. So, they figured that out, and of course she calls to tell him the good news. I really get a little bit sad when they mention John because of the recent events with him. So it's definitely bittersweet. So Holly's also back from Paris. Seems like everybody flew in today. So she goes to the pub and she sees Eric, and he asks her how the visit went with her mom, and she said it went really well. It went good and then it went bad. So he said, what happened? So she filled him in on the fact that she went to this sham of a wedding between fake Abigail and Chad, and turns out that Abigail is not really Abigail. So the fact that she was on to her and really help them to really to have this thing come to light. She can't believe it. So he said, maybe it's a good reason why you're there. So anyway, she said that she had a moment to think about everything that her mom did and Eric did, and she's in a very forgiving mood. She forgave her mom. She understood why she lied because of the whole wedding thing that happened. She understands why people lie for various reasons. So she is in the mood to forgive Eric as well, because she knows deep down he's a great man. He was a good father figure to her, and she understands that he did atone for it. He was beating up himself those years for what he did to her dad, and if her grandmother Maggie can forgive him, she can forgive him too. And it was I was actually teary-eyed at it, because Holly has really grown. I don't know if it's just this visit, but she has grown, she's matured, and she understands where she was wrong, and she took accountability for the fact that she pinned the drug. She tried to give Tate drugs, and Tate almost died and all of that. So she understands what it means and not to be judgmental. And also Eric also blurted out that Brady, them coming to Paris and Brady, and she said, wait, Brady's out. So he did fill her in, and he thought that she knew about it, but he did tell her that Fiona was the one that run over her aunt, and it wasn't Brady. So she feels bad about that, and she wants to really make it right with Tate and really apologize for how she treated him, how she treated his dad for that, right? So he said, just give him time. He still need to cool off of what happened. But, you guys will work it out. And, he wished her the best. So she did go back to the mansion, the Kyriakis mansion, and she did, message Tate to see if they want to talk in person, right? All right, so speaking of Tate, I really do not like the scene, and I had to fast forward through some parts, but I'm still gonna tell you guys about it. So Tate meets up with Sophia, and apparently they had some time together, because remember he invited her out. I guess they hanged out or something. So they sit down, and she was about to give the meals at the restaurant to her brothers, but she said, all right, let's have a little casual hangout right here in the square. So they we're eating, and he did tell her that it was his friend Aaron that put him up to actually asking her out and really seeing where it goes. So she said, oh, really? No. So she got a little bit offended because she's saying that, so because of him, you're actually giving me a chance. Like, I don't want to be a placeholder or a consolation prize because things didn't work out with Holly. Are you really over her? So he said, like, I'm not really sure because a lot has happened, but I really want to see where things go. So at first she was, hesitant because she said that she really don't want to be, second priority or, just second place, which you really are, in my opinion, because we all know that he's not over Holly. And he needs to quit playing around about ready to move on. You're not ready to move on. You and Holly had this deep chemistry and you guys have been through a lot together, not because of this snag in the road, but they were basically also dog-mouthing her because she said that she can't believe that her and Holly's friendship has been torn apart by, a man. But at the same time, she also said that, Holly did take away Tate from her because she was interested in him at first and she felt bad about that, and then she also slapped her in the face. So I'm like, you also caused that problem, Miss Sophia. So we go to Chad and Julie, right? So Chad is back from Paris, and Julie is anticipating him and Abigail coming back. Abigail remembering her memories. So he said it didn't go down like that. So she said, let me guess, she didn't remember her memory. So he said that lady is not Abigail. So she's like, how come? So he tells her the whole detail about her being, a different person. Abigail is not truly alive. And she's like, thank God you didn't marry her. And she said, like, too late, I already did. So she's like, how that happened? So he just, filled her in on the fact that it happened afterwards. So he said, you must think I'm an idiot. So I think you're an idiot because you should have seen the red flags earlier. But anyways, she has sympathy on him. She thinks that he's been through a lot and he just really wants to believe that Abigail is truly alive. So I don't know. At this point, my opinion on Chad right now, I think he's still conflicted because he seems as if he grew feelings. I know it's because he thinks the lady was Abigail, but he really seems conflicted with his decision whether or not he wants to forgive her, give her a chance or whatnot, right? So she said, are you really thinking about that? So he said that she didn't want to involve the kids and all that. So she said that woman would say anything. She's been saying that for months. So you really do believe her? Don't tell me you really believe this lunatic. So he said that, it's a good thing that he didn't. And she, Julie feels bad because she was pushing him to introduce the kids to fake Abigail and all that. But, he understands where she's coming from and he thanks her for being supportive and being with him through everything. And she said the same feeling as well. So she did say that she was going to get him some tea, but he said no. He has something to take care of. So obviously this is about this fake Abigail. So Julie said, all right, take care. Just be careful. So not going to hold you long on this scene, but, Marlena and Eric did meet up at the pub and he did tell Marlena that Holly indeed forgave him. And she's happy about that because, she understood how, bad he felt about lying to her and, the whole spill out after that. So he said that he's going away back to Paris to be with Nicole and their baby. So Marlena is really happy for him. And, hopefully they can meet up again. They can move closer or keep in touch with video chat and all that. So it wasn't really a long scene between the two of them. Because the Green siblings are in jail at this point, right? So they just feel like, boy, it was just really such a waste of time, just a waste of energy because now they don't have their mom and now they're in jail for other offenses, and I'm looking at it, Mark is a doctor, he's an established doctor, well respected, and then to just throw away his license like that, and then also he has younger siblings that he takes care of, and for them to find out in the news, that's gonna be a lot for them. So now they really don't have nothing much left, because Clyde can go ahead and let their mom disappear or get killed. So they really just did nothing. They tried to attempt to murder. Mark tried to attempt to murder Chad for nothing. And he just feels good that at least he didn't go through with it. But now they don't have their mom. So now it's just, they're grasping for straws at this point. So, I mean, fake Abigail, what's her name? Kat. She felt bad because she really hurt Chad and she really was developing feelings for him. And I really can't believe she actually feel anything for Chad. I really don't buy it, but seemed like she did start to fall for him. And at some point, she is in the interrogation room. So she's unsure of why she's there because like at this point, like what else is there? So the bailiff or the police officer came in and said somebody's there to see her. So she's like, who? So Chad comes in and says me. So I guess we'll see the whole showdown between him and this fake Abigail person. Let's see how that goes. But I really do feel that Chad is not fully like, I don't think he's like fully coherent. I think he's still conflicted because he look like he even started to fall for this lady, right? So let's see what happens. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe to my channel. Let me know what you think about today's episode. See you tomorrow.
Wants to see you.
Who?
Me.